Hello everyone, welcome back to another TSW5 video. Today we are at Manchester, Victoria. We will be going from Manchester, Victoria to Leeds in this video in these brakes, the Intercity 47 Manchester, Victoria, which since this route in 1983 has been significantly downsized or below there's a VR heavy freight train. That's not it's got on the front. Because as soon as that's ready to leave, it's gonna. Oh, hello. Is that us? Yeah, that is us. That's got a 45 on the front of it. That's peculiar. I don't know if the 45 was ever used for freight. No, most probably. No, it definitely was. We'll be stopping at Staley Bridge, Huddersfield, Dewsbury and Leeds. Staley Bridge is that one there. Okay. So as we go past a station called Ashton, wait, hang on, let me get that right. Ashton under Line. It's a shame there's no whistle noise. Like you get on the trains in Blackpool branches, but yeah. Intercity Penines. Must be what this video is called. My speed limit is 25 at the moment, but it will be dropping to 15. We're going to have to be careful as we drive along because this route is equipped with both AWS and LED and semaphore signals. So we've got to be careful to make sure that we don't go for a semaphore where I'm fairly certain confident semaphores there's the plus. This route is set in 1983, by the way. As you're wondering, let's make sure brakes are actually in the right setting. Yep, passenger. But yeah, those TEA services, the VR heavy freight pack, the full price for the VR heavy freight pack, and I don't regret it. 2 locos, even if it's just for AI, because I know you're not really going to drive the 08, unless that's your thing, you might do. But yeah, right, speed limit comes up to 40 around that. Past 40, so I reckon just before that double yellow we can go up to 40. Right, that'd be great. That train to be straight. Yeah, I really like this route. It's a really fun route to drive on. But just for reference, I'm not sure how long this train is. Just to see where it goes up to 40. But I reckon it's about by this junction. Yeah, there. Cool. 4 beans, a little bit less than 4 beans in the corner, so we'll the engine. About there-ish. Yeah, today's service should take about an hour and 8 minutes, so it'll be a long time before we get to Leeds, but yeah. I quite like this route. It's a very nice route. It's a very drab route, but the UK in the 1980s was very drab. I hope I'm saying that word right, by the way. Right, let's add a bit of brightness just because it's a slightly older TSW product. Yeah, that's nice. I don't know why there's no driver, mind you, but hey ho, we'll get another one just to make it look better. There we go. Yeah, this route is set in 1983, so 42 years ago. Yeah, 42 years ago. I mean, most of this track is probably still laid out the exact same in real life today as it was 40 odd years ago. Sorry. There we go, 4 minutes. tell the speed limit when there's speed signs, but when there's not, that ain't gonna work. We need to do also the Leeds Huddersfield all stop services that take about an hour and a half. And the 101, we need to do that. Maybe split it into 3 videos. 3 half an hour segments, just so it's watchable, because I know that not everybody... Some people do like to watch videos for about an hour. Which is, unfortunately, can be annoying and get in the way sometimes. But that's why people would rather have it in short little half-hour segments, little bite-sized clips. Can we pull the window? Yeah, we can. Right, what's the speed come up to? We can find out. No, it's still 20 for a while. Cool. Very, very slow. You could probably be there in your car by now. Yeah, it's a very swervy route, but if you call this with the curving, zigzagging about, Leeds to Manchester, as the crow flies, it's a very straight route. As the train goes, it's all sort of ripply jiggling. Although this route is actually getting quite heavy upgrades at the moment. So most of this won't look like this soon. I think there's already wires up here maybe, or there's going to be electric wires. Which I know for northerners, the thought of electricity is scary. It's like witchcraft. But yeah, most of this can be upgraded. I think there's quite a few £1 million. The speed limit is 45 and we can set it to 20, so let's go on. Anything stop here? Is it the Leeds to Huddersfield all stops? Yeah. So it does get a service. Take that off. There's a 64 somewhere. Yeah, we'll call it there, so I reckon when we get past that, that little post there will go up to 60. Route learn with me. Because I don't know this route, I don't play it often enough to learn it. Yeah, I'd say there, go about 60. Alright. Let's get up to 60. Also, that's a already fun. Yeah, it Chilton might have some actually. Yeah. Although no, Chilton are getting the Mark 5s, but they might have Mark 4s as well. I don't know. double weld the track. I don't know the technical side of tracks either, so I can tell you what that changes. It most probably just keeps it further down and just makes the tracks run smoother. Just so the train's not bouncing everywhere like what this one's doing. Yeah, any tracks nowadays will be that are newly laid have to double weld, not a single weld. I don't even know if there are single weld tracks anywhere, other than possibly heritage railways that can't really afford to keep changing tracks around. It's expensive. We're not going right, so that makes sense for us. Ashton. Yeah, 15 to go around there. Anyone know where that goes off to? It's on the map, so possibly going down to Piccadilly. Does that go over to Piccadilly? No, it's Victoria. Like all around here with the airport and stuff. Because I'm not, I don't know Manchester, like Manchester's from me probably I'd say 200 miles away. Possibly, maybe 150. So yeah, I'm not too knowledgeable on Manchester and surrounding regions. Transport for Wales, Mason, we've got 86 on the line, we've got, what's it called, the new thing about crew, which I wonder what that's going to be, a route to crew to Birmingham maybe, the West Coast Main Line, 350s and 390s, there's a modern West Coast Main Line route, you can tell that by the, what's it called, station, and you can see all the paint peeling off the paint's not French, so you can tell it's definitely a modern day crew because it looks like it's about to fall to pieces. But I don't know if they can touch the paint, like historical or something, or maybe it's a listed building. So I think if they were to paint it, they'd have to use the exact same paint. Like it would have to be a one-to-one accurate version of that paint. Makes sense. So otherwise they're essentially changing history or something like that. Like I know if, for example, Ouse Valley Viaduct on the Brighton Main Line, that's a listed building, or listed structure, sorry, not building. A listed structure. So that, yeah, if a brick was to like fall out or need replacing or something, it'd have to be the exact same kind of brick. Also, I don't know why I'm going so slow, but I don't know what the speed limit is at the stage bridge. Much better asking Joe Dobson about this region. I watched one of his videos the other day of the Trans-Penine route, the Huddersfield to Manchester thing. No, Leeds to Manchester thing. And he was just roasting it the whole way through. Which is fair enough, because if you've got the local knowledge and you know where everything is, you would want it to be accurate, wouldn't you? Like, and I don't think that's too harsh of an expectation for the money you pay. But yeah, he was going, oh, that's not right, that's not right, that's not right, which, oh god. As a guard on that route, I'm still speeding, the speed limit's 15, you can get 25 around here, surely. Yeah, as a guard on this, you'll definitely sign this route. Because it's not great to sign that route. You'll just probably specify which operator it works for, but if you've got a brain, you can figure it out. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying, I went blank. Yeah, he'll know know everything, sorry, about this route. Where all the stations are, how long they are, how many carriages can they fit, where the train should stop. Should it stop halfway down the platform? Should it go right to the end of the platform? So yeah, you'll have a much greater knowledge than I do of this route, because I don't know anything. I know that that's an empty mountain there, though, and we're in the Penine somewhere. Penine somewhere. Staley Bridge Station. That's a really nice sign. Right, let's bring it to a stop. Right, now we're rolling into 10 miles an hour. We'll use the loco brake. We'll bring it right onto the end of the platform. Look, even British Rail branded maps. They may be the old crappy design maps, but at least they're British Rail design maps. Oh god, there's the logo hanging against the carriages. Yeah, it's easy to stop with loco brake, to be honest. Right, neutral, engine only stop. Left doors unlocked. We're a bit late. Throttle off, sorry. Engine only. That's better. Steam. Yeah, look at the Staley Bridge Station sign. Me like it. 20 minutes in, by the way, if you're on German right. This route runs really smooth, by the way. If you're on Gen 8, PS4 or Xbox One, this route you have no problem on that. Although I don't have Tees Valley lines, there might be some layers that I'm missing. Because I'm waiting for Tees Valley to go on sale and it hasn't yet. Rude of Microsoft, I know. Although today is Tuesday, so it's the day that the Xbox stores refresh, but again, I'm not seeing anything on that, so I checked earlier, there was no sales, so we can go with there won't be sales at least until next Tuesday. But I don't think we'll get a proper sale. If it's like last year, we won't get a sale until June, so that's what, April, May, June, so it's only a couple of months away, it's not too far. Heck, 2 months until we're halfway through the year. Hell, where's the time gone? We're speeding. Right. That's mental. Yeah, we're a third of the way through the year already. No, we're a quarter of the way through the year already. No, we're a third of the way through the year already. There's a red position line. I'm wondering if that's for me. It's not for me, that's if you're going on the other line in the other direction. What's the speed limit? 60. Oh, there's a 60 limit here. That definitely makes sense. Yeah, I'm going to save it. I cannot see anything. controlled by the flow of the trains. So when I go past this next signal here, when the back of the train passes it, the signal we just gone past, the signal before that signal, sorry, will go to yellow. And then that one will just past will go to red. You know, keep doing that. And there'll be one after that one will go over yellow, then green. Oh yeah, that's nice. Whether it definitely been done by the early 90s, because most people saw who we played and just said, oh hello, 45? Yeah, this route's not as busy as Blackpool branches, the timetable is not as well done as Blackpool branches, or West Coast Mainline across the Carlisle, but it's not empty. You'll see a few trains. It's not like deep forest where you can runs and there'll be no trains, or a train. Although Deep Forest, the expansion of the 104 and the freight wagons have been taken off the road now after being there basically since TSW4 started. Is that how many things now? My kids are here 47 more on the way, but it's struggling like a lot. Every 150 metres we go along the line, which actually doesn't sound like much, but I bet if you were to walk it, you'd know about it. Yeah, because that's what every kilometre, every 1.1 kilometres, you go up 10 metres, which is a fair old way. Possible. I mean, look at that. Look at that. The Intercity 47 is a really nice livery. I wonder if you can drive the ScotRail livery one. The Intercity livery, but the ScotRail. Because sometimes Scottish locomotives that come south of the border. Yeah, but like, they didn't come that far south of the border. Like they'd come to maybe Preston, which is like 100 miles off the border. They wouldn't say it like that, it's not a lot. It's only like an hour and a half train journey away. And then they changed to an electric loco, which journeyed southbound. Then they put the ScotRail loco on for the journey northbound to Scotland, or possibly close to Scotland, and you go to Scotland from there. What's this station called? Batley? That was something. What's the next station after this? they have only just started speeding. It's come down to 45 miles an hour. Take brake on. So just got a little bit of brake on. I don't know why running releases it. Really only release it and running to sort of hold it. Fair enough. Sort of let the train crawl and go up to the limit 45, although it looks like it's going downhill. 2 signals per head. Don't spat me. Signal past danger. About to be half an hour into the video, so we're about, well, Huddersfield is sort of halfway point. I know we're a couple of minutes late. We're not just at Huddersfield yet. But we'll be there soon, for sure. I'm assuming this is a little passing route that freight trains would be pulled into. I don't know how much freight comes across this route now because of the steep gradients. I'm sure there's much better ways to take freight around this afterwards. Right, speed limit is 65 as you enter the tunnel. So, I'm going to take quite a lot because this is a really long tunnel now. Yeah, let's go 14 to now. We're going to be in this tunnel for about another mile. May as well enjoy it. I held the lights in the flower. Intercity Penine. For this, of course, I'm going to be Blackwood Lodges, which is a superb DLC. I bought that half price. Really nice DLC. It gave me quite a few extra things for 47. Quite a lot more to do with 47. Before that, I just transferred on West Somerset Railway. But I don't really play West Somerset Railway because crawling along 25 miles an hour doesn't really appeal to me. I'd rather shut the 08 than 65 mile an hour. Yeah, I'd rather shut the 08 crawl along 25 miles an hour for an hour and a half. Is that the end of the tunnel? Or does the end of the tunnel keep moving normal distance? Because I've not really gone around the corner yet. Yeah, just sort of bouncing for all in. 65 mile an hour is the speed limit. 8.6 miles to Huddersfield. You'll know when you're at Huddersfield because it's got such a unique and such a nice sort of station approach. I was wondering what to call it then, but yeah, station approach is the phrase I've used. We're really late to Huddersfield. We've got 12 minutes to 8 miles, that should be doable. Although the last couple of miles will be crawling under 115, so I wouldn't put money on it personally. It's not the end of the tunnel, it's not moved, it could be. I wonder how many freight trains we're going to see. We've seen one, we've not seen them moving. We saw one at Manchester Victoria. If you buy that VR heavy freight pack, by the way, you get Southeastern High Speed aviation fuel services from Kew Junction to Dartford and Dartford to Kew Junction, where you'd be taking plane fuel back and forwards to Heathrow Airport, I think. Oh my lord. That's included. I bet you would like Penines. Yeah, okay, that's full size. hope these stations don't have much security. Place to terminate. Why wouldn't we terminate on that platform? 55 miles an hour. We've got 65 on the top G. Doing those mistakes are going to happen. And we would have been fired from Transport Express for that. Yeah, it would be nice to see this route. I don't know if they've run anything on just listing on traffic lights for 3 months. Formerly 68s. Again, I don't think 68s now. 68s and that was a bit more than what they got. We got a whole plan for it. 158, 156, 50s. Yeah, things like that. What are the 195s I'm doing this bit? The 331s. I like that. Cool if you did. Slow down. And we need the brakes. Oh, it's not happening. Fine. There we go. Just half the speed. 5 miles to minus 4. Yeah, it's not very well. Cool. Take power off. Hello, this is a nice station. Room on those. Fragile, keep dry. Well, it's not going to stay very dry there, is it? There's a tree on the line. Pretty sure we need to report back. So the next signal is about a mile in front. I'll try to take the train now. I wasn't going to record this on my myself, but I decided that this might be a good journey to record. It was played without before the recent one was on development. Quite some time. The vans, by the way, from the Arctic Freight. You've got the van wagons, the TVA wagons, the 08 and the 40. So definitely like a lot more worth it than Cargo 1 or Cargo Line 42, despite that I think Cargo Line 42 is actually alright. It's 65 minutes. 2 miles to Huddersfield. No. 6 minutes to do 2 miles. Surely you get there on time. Especially with all the speed. I apologise for going into photo mode so much, but like, this route is just awesome. Although there is a load of plain scenery in the background, that's not great. See what I mean about a unique station approach for Huddersfield? Right, it's starting to speed up, so let's just pull it back. And gently. Meow. Into Huddersfield we go. 15 miles an hour. We'll be stopping down review. Oh, there's an 08% coaches. Well, I'm pretty sure it's attached to those coaches most of the day. And there's people in there, heck. The shunt's going to be told off. Or train drivers going to be told off. Not letting people get off for taking the train off. And the main one, I'm presuming. We're actually we're early on the Trans-Penine. This is a mission that once seemed impossible. Right, and stop. And there we go. Here we are at Huddersfield. Yeah, I forgot what the main place was. So we went through the tunnel, that was useless, so we may as well just turn it off. Does that one work? See, that one works, but like, just a bit pants, I don't know. Right, we'll be here for another minute, so I'm going to go get something quickly. Just a sec. the guard to drive the train, I reckon. Like when they used to let the guard drive. Last train of the day. Can't be bothered. Let the guard do it. Right, gonna leave Huddersfield about 30 seconds prior to departure. Not that that was the rule back in 1986 or anything, but I've got places to be. This train's got places to be more than anything. Like 15 mile an hour up here. Yeah, there's another one I want. Cool. They're following close. Is that another Leeds to Huddersfield? No, it's Marsden. The service tunnel is Marsden. I wonder where it goes from there. Marsden. That's like a weird place. There. Right. Anyway, hello driver. Right, there's a 7-minute here. Just going to go past the backside. That's where the 7-minute is. Somewhere in there. There's no sign for it. Yeah, there. So as we get to that green signal, we can do 70 miles an hour and get on with life. Get on with life properly. This next stop will be Dewsbury, 6.7 miles. Which, correct me if I'm wrong, but Dewsbury is that big. No, it's the one after the big station. So it's Ravensthorpe, then wait for the 2 lines to go up, then start Ravensthorpe. Right, 70, off we go. 9 coaches, well 8 coaches plus another one. Actually, definitely not getting, well actually we're putting models on the crew, so we don't really have to worry, we'll get that under control. Oh, it's actually broken the throttle. There we go. Yeah, I wonder if we could drive the West Cornwall and Tees Valley for second on here. Because I know you can't drive the Pacer on here, which is a shame. Because I think the Pacer definitely did go to Manchester Victoria, so it would be nice to see it as AI. Well, that was in 1986, so who knows. The Blackpool timetable was based on a summer's Saturday. So there's supposed to be a lot more trains to Blackpool in the summer. Is it 80 miles an hour? It's about to be. Yeah, 80 miles an hour, full wings, and then it's 40 as you get to Ravensbourne, which isn't too far away. So, give it a quick burst to throttle, we'll get up to about 70, I reckon. Huddersfield to Leeds better, a lot more than Manchester to Huddersfield better. Yeah. I've driven on this route, driven on this bit quite a few times in the 101. Huddersfield to Leeds bit is quite nice. Just to get the brakes on, I think just cruising on the 40. I think we have the brakes on the taxi bad, isn't it? Oh well. Better to have more too early than too late. Right, we should be at Leeds at 11:56, so that's 20 minutes time. Slow down a bit. Well, actually no, speed up again, sorry. 40 miles an hour. As soon as we release the brakes, it's easier to drive. There's Ravensthorpe, it's just loaded in. I also wonder where the hot air balloons are, because I've not been in. Yeah, there are hot air balloons, there's the miles strip here. Have you seen one? I can't see it. Yeah. 40, oh it's 40, is it 45, not 40? Oh no, my mistake. We'll speed up then. Hello, 47, another local haul service. That's Dewsbury. Yeah, he's not got an Intercity 47, has he? Look, not even going to bother waiting to him. 70, terrible. Are under government control, so the licensing should be easy to get for them. Why not? Why not? I'm sure nobody would complain about it, especially if I had guard mode as well. How cool would guard mode be like it? That's in the case of that stuff. Leeds from here. Not very. Anything interesting at Leeds? Yeah, quite the that is. That local will go in north. AI train at 12:30, so we should see it like that. Forward, release brake, change brake, off we go. Speed limit is 50. So as soon as we can increase throttle, just do it. We've got 50 miles an hour to get to. Nice. A bit more. Should take about 12 minutes to get to Leeds according to how long we've been voice recording for and how long the service should take. It's about an hour and 8 minutes. We're 56 minutes in. Dual carriageway, just get someone to find the car. Should be. Hey, there we go, 4 beats. A little bit in the yellow, because the road is exploded again. In the yellow. Fully in the yellow, or pretty much past the yellow. Well, mind you, this one will probably take more than an hour and 8 minutes because of the amount of times we've gone into photo mode. By the way, shortcut for photo mode is both sticks down. Well, apparently that causes the game to crash sometimes, so... Yeah, push both analog sticks down. Controller. So I don't know if keyboard actually has a shortcut for the photo mode. Let's see. Oh, no, that's just a red door on a signal box, not a red signal. Signal is... I don't know, we ain't got a signal. I'm going to put a little bit of power on that. Just a long sort of 20 miles an hour. Not too much, although just a tiny one. Half past, it's quarter to... Oh look, it's quarter to 12 in real life, and it's quarter to 12 in game. Nice. Yeah, oh my god, it's literally the exact same time. I managed to sync that up perfectly. There's a level crossing, is that what my signal was for? Possibly. If you don't know what I'm on about, by the way, so it's a bit crazy. If you complete some objectives, you'll get a mastery layer. And it's just an added bit of scenery. You can turn off if you don't want it to be there. And the added bit of scenery for this route is hot air balloons randomly placed around the map. But they don't tell you where they are, because you have to go looking for them. I can't find them. But again, there's not many hot air balloons out on April the 7th. April the 8th, actually, I think. Yeah, April the 8th. Yeah, I haven't seen a signal. God knows how long it's supposed to be white with yellow. Right, there's the signal, and it's yellow again. Is there any in this tunnel? Oh, cheap. Right, there are no signals in this tunnel, so I'm going to go full beans. I know that's not very sensible to be found on nowadays. I'll break as soon as I see it. He's at Leeds. Straight up to 60 miles an hour as it goes on again. actually perfectly synced up with like literally 50 on my phone. That's about 15 megabytes. And that's 1150, not 50 on my phone. Right, here's the speed. 50, green signal. There's a 101. Oh nice. That's filled. Oh, I've just ruined the time. We're not going to I'm trying to survive. How rude. There can be a couple of seconds out somewhere. Yeah, genuinely, I've never had TSW perfectly synced. That's awesome. Just need the signal there in the on position. go. Where down? Is that a 10 mile an hour? No, it's 20. Well, I don't know why I've got a lot of time, so we can break on it, sure. Right, so now it's 10 miles an hour. It's a 101, isn't it? 45. Right. Well, it feels like we're about to stop, but that's just because of the 10 mile an hour speed limit, which is about to be in operation. A little bit more than that. Well, there's a nice church tower there. I think that's a church tower anyway. It might not be. It might be a mosque for all we know, but I've just called it a church. Oopsie. If that is the case anyway. I'm going to start using the loco ranking now. But what's that train? It's 12:49 actually. Ah! It's another TEA train. This service was the Manchester Victoria to Leeds. Ooh, what time did it leave? I'm going to say it was a... I'm going to say that 10:48 service. Then we'll come across there now. Yeah, sorry, well I know we are, so we just check the map. But yeah, local brake just to slow us down. Over we go. And that will take. Where are they off to? Surely they're not just be sat there all day. Empty stop at 12:12. Guess they'll be going off soon. There's some coaches, a load of coaches. It's a shame nothing really happens at Leeds. It's just a bit barren and empty. A bit like, this is almost... No, I'm going to go ahead and say it. This is worse than Birmingham New Street. Worse than Birmingham New Street. What I do know is we're going down to the